Yes, it gets easier. The more you know who you are and what you want, the less you let things upset you.
You can't win in the final if you're only in the first round, so yeah, you just take it heat by heat.
Whatever I can do. I like caddies, watching people do real big carves and stuff.
And if you could surf against any surfer in the world, who would it be?
Slater.
I was surfing well, but I couldn't figure out why I was sort of losing. I had heats where I'd have the highest scoring wave, but I wouldn't have the second one. I got to Mexico and I saw how good the wave was, and I was just like, oh, wow, this is going to be so much fun. I'm really pumped for this event. And then same thing again, just nothing happened. After that event, I went to New York for a week, and I read something in one of Kosher Zoo's book where that said you got to know more about your opponent and what you do about yourself. And I started asking myself some questions, and the questions I asked, I figured out that I was just really bored with my surfing, And I think it all came down to where I was over my injury, like physically and all that, but I wasn't over it mentally. I wasn't trying new things. I didn't go to that next level. That time in New York, I realised what I really enjoyed about my surfing and all that. And once I got to J-Bay, that was where I was like, every time I go surfing now, it's going to be do these things that I enjoyed so much. And every time I went surfing, I was like, I'm going to try this, I'm going to try that. And I think that just really lifted my spirits, and I didn't really care about the results. I just went and just tried to enjoy my surfing, and with enjoying my surfing, the results paid off.
Sort of start for the year. I was surfing really well, but just nothing ever came together, and today and the last few days just really just seemed to go my way, so I'm stoked.
You know, winning J-Bay and Brazil and some other top 3 placings in the second half of that year, he outscored everyone. But the thing about, world title campaigns is that it's a focus from start to finish. It starts 6 to 12 months before you actually do it. And I just think Mick finally got pissed off with playing second fiddle to Kelly and Andy. I think it was a total mental thing going, no, I'm over this.
Those are the guys that everyone grows up wanting to beat. As you said, they've won 11 world titles between them, and to actually get on top of them they'd just be the all-time greatest. For two surfers that are so dominant in the same era, I don't think that's ever happened. To have those 2 guys in the same era is it's great for us, but it's unfortunate for us too. So, but that's just the way it goes. If you want to win, you got to beat the best. Yeah, everything's feeling really good, and I wanted to get a really good start.
He seems to be reading the waves really well, and he's on fire, and he just looks really comfortable out here.
It's too late to act like you care.
Fanning's just gone absolutely mental on the wave, so anything can still happen when you got Mick Fanning in the heat.
Mick looked like he was on the ropes, and he just dropped 2 9s in 4 minutes. It's unbelievable comeback, and just shows how determined he is and how focused, and he wants it just as bad as everyone out there.
I put money on it that that's going to be the heat of the year. and had a final with B before, so and good mates with him, so it should be really fun out there.
I think this time it's a little bit different, you know. Last time I was just coming off an injury and it was just a huge relief, where this year, you know, I'm really focused. I really believe I can take that world title. Just going to not take it so seriously, just stay a little bit more relaxed and just enjoy it a lot more.
Darkness through my window pane. Nobody left, nobody came. Lazy days.
He's not little anymore. he's freaking grown into a you know, he's just a real big, fit boy now. But he used to be little. He used to rip.
Who shapes your boards?
Darren Hanley. Yeah, he shapes good boards.
There was a movie he did when he was a young kid, and he was already starting to look like a star.
I did see Mick Fanning surf on film in a couple of videos. There were 2 or 3 waves of him at Kira, and they sort of really struck me. I saw him come down to Bells and surf in the Australian Junior Championships. I was just sort of struck by his raw speed and raw power. You know, he didn't have it quite all linked together yet, but I could see something special there. And in addition to that, I saw him free surfing at Winky Pop, free surfing at Bells. A little while later, I happened to be on the Gold Coast, saw him surf live at Kira. So all of that in a short time frame, and you know, it had quite a marked effect on me.
I come home from school and I got this phone call and they're like, oh, we want to offer you this. I'm like, nah, this ain't right. Someone's playing a trick.
He was kind of in the pack, you know, obviously there was already a bit of talk about the curly kids by this point. He just had a slightly different style, kind of hunched over a little bit, and Claude got excited watching him. It was funny.
By moving over to Rip Curl, he became the #1 surfer, and all their resources went into him.
Sort of shoot by shoot, I'd take an interest and take a bit of a look at the footage of the still shots, and you could really just see the growing and maturing and refining of this raw energy. It was on its way.
You know, it's always good to have one of those bells on your mantelpiece, you know, ring it when it's time for dinner. But, you know, just it's a special feeling to be able to say you've got one, you know. I think it's like an Oscar award in the same sort of category for us. And, you know, you look at the names of the past champions and, you know, it's the who's who of surfing. So, you know, definitely, you know, a feather in the cap.
We gave Mick a wild card into the Rip Curl Pro at Bells Beach. He got on a roll. I believe the final fell on his brother Sean's birthday, which obviously was very, very special to him and the family. And young guy on a roll, getting all those things together, kept them together for the event, won a WCT as a wild card. That's amazing.
Jump in, everyone. We're going to Bells.
he won the first contest. He's the man to beat right now.
Mick's been the guy who's been on fire, you know, and Andy's finally just coming back into form. It's been a few events since he's, you know, found that. He looks like he's got a good board on his feet, so.
My first and third, first two events, pretty happy with that. You know, I really want to make that final and have another bell, but...
Ladies and gentlemen, the 2007 champion, to win it,
For Taj to win, that was pretty big. Going into Tahiti, we were tied at number one. You know, I was just looking at the big picture.
I mean, I know that Taj is tied with him for first, but for some reason it just seems like Mick's the leader right now. He's had the highest heat score averages. He's looked the most focused. He's let it be known, probably ahead of anyone else, that he wants a world title.
I've always fallen behind in the Pacific leg, and you know, if I can get a good result here, then it was set up the rest of my year, really. I saw Kelly lose and I had the heat after him, and that sort of inspired me. Taj lost Andy losing to Joel this morning. You know, Joel's still there. He's had two good results, had 2 fifths. So the bigger the lead earlier I can get is better for me.
He did these 2 pumps that were so sick. I'm all, if he gets good feeding on this, he could plow through. And sure enough, I was looking right into it, couldn't even see him. And then he came flying through. It was sick. It was awesome. It was ultimate, perfect tube riding.
Kai was on the inside and he had priority, and he was probably a little deep. And I just thought, you know, I'm just going to go for it. The thing went wide and I couldn't see, and then I just saw a little opening. I just felt I was coming out. I was just like, ah. It's so special to get waves like that at a place like this, you know, and the whole crowd just erupts. I guess it's like footy players at a footy grand final, you know. It's an amazing feeling.
You know, he came to Chopu for 2 weeks and then flew home, spent almost the last month here. That's dedication for one event.
I always feel comfortable at home and at Bells, and I never really had a good result here at Chopu, so you know that I'm just stoked to actually get another good result towards a world title chase.
Just being able to switch off and just go and enjoy myself and, you know, have little holidays is a really good thing, and I think that's been a huge learning curve in the last couple of years, that you just got to be able to switch off and just relax and yeah, forget it all.
Mick's, you know, #1 in the world right now, and I've been trying not to think of that.
Like on tour, I'll surf with Joel or I surf with Dean, but there's still that many other people out, and you know, it's the perfect timing just to switch off and just relax a lot and just have some good times and have some good yarns and, you know, a couple of beers every hour. You know, I don't do that when I'm on tour. After 3 events, it's still pretty close. When it comes down the end of things, you know, you can count on a guy like Andy winning a couple of events. You can count on a guy like Kelly winning a couple of events. So it's still really tight. You know, it's really early in the year and anything can happen. So you just got to keep that focus. It's the first time I've ever been to here in Arica or surfed anywhere in Chile. It's a pretty cool wave and it's different. It's got a lot of punch to it and yeah, it breaks on a really shallow reef and there's rocks right there, so it's at times it gets pretty dangerous and you know, break a lot of boards, but yeah, it's some good barrels if you make them. When you look in, it's like there's all this mountain and then it just stops, it just drops off. On top of that mountain is the statue of Jesus there, and it just seems like, I don't know, like an old Mad Max movie. Everyone's sort of like, oh, I wonder if the moon's like this, you know, it's just nothing around. Stoked with the result here, you know. It's going to be really close after this, so you know, I'm just going to keep pushing and yeah, hopefully it all goes well.
I was always there. Just one back contest. Throw that one away, I'm right in there. Can't wait. Game on.
You know, last year I probably had the best start I've ever had. Mick's nearly matched that. He's the guy who wants it the most at this point. The way things seem and then where Mick has his head, I'd almost be surprised to not see him win the world title this year.
Worst result in the past year has been a quarter, so you know, hopefully I can just keep that sort of roll going and win a few more events coming into the back end of the year.
You want to feel a little bit of fire? You want to feel a little bit alive? Want to feel a little bit of fire? My eyes.
I've known Mick since he was 14, sort of coaching him pretty much all that time. He first pulled into the Queensland junior team when he was 14 and sort of been doing his thing ever since. I suppose in a nutshell this year it's focused on lefts and it's really paid off. You know, he's probably been working on his backhand surfing for 18 months, but it's actually shown some fruits this year.
I worked really hard on my backhand. You know, not only just like in the tube riding, but the actual turns. I spent a lot of time just sitting there and watching it and seeing what not to do and what to do at the right time. But you know, that was sort of my goal for the year too, was trying to improve. My favourite surfer of all time would have to be Taylor Knox. Just the style is, you know, growing up, he was the guy that I always wanted to watch. Someone like MR as well, Mark Richards, is pretty much been a huge inspiration as well. I did get really selfish, but I guess that's what you got to do.
He seems so focused all the time. You know, there's a tax that has on your mind and your body. You know, and you have to be willing to put yourself in that place to accomplish what he's doing. You know.
To really focus on winning a world title, you got to be selfish.
I mean, I've never seen a guy so focused in my life. It's wild. He's just in the zone every contest, and that's what it takes.
You know, when you see him go to pick up his singlet, he's kind of twitching like a, you know, racehorse about to run the Melbourne Cup. When you get to the semi, you really want to make that final, and yeah, it was hard to swallow.
Feels amazing. I'm so stoked to won 2 events.
The last part of the year, that's probably the one that takes the most out of you. When you go to America, France, Spain, Brazil, and Hawaii, so you know you got to keep a good head on throughout that whole time, and yeah, that's the one that really kills you.
Trestles has been a good event for me, and it's, you know, I'm definitely looking to make up ground here.
Dane paddles out there, drops a 9.9 right away, you know. Mick dropped like a high 7, so this is a gnarly heat, you know. Everyone pretty much on tour wants Mick to lose right now, no doubt about it.
Yeah, that was that whole heat, was just that one wave. When you get to 993, it's pretty difficult, but yeah, congratulations to him, and he surfed insane, and you know, that's the way it goes.
This thing's going to come down to the wire. I'm going to have to buckle down and really work and show that it matters.
Kelly's the best surfer probably to ever live at this point. So, and Andy winning 3 titles, you know, he's shown his talent as well, and they've won everything. So, I don't know, for Mick to win with these guys on tour, it just brings just that, no one can say that he won without them there. You know, that's a big thing, you know.
After that semi, you know, I really realised that you had to have the best waves to win, and yeah, just so stoked to have another win under my belt and pumped.
France, he called for his coach. He called for his best mate, Tony Cohen. He called for his fiancée. Team Fanning was rallied around him. So what you've got is a very insular world, but it's very, very important to have that support infrastructure around you as well. What a group of people he got around him, and like you say, the mates from down the beach are sparring partners. They're perhaps the most important of all.
Just become very contented with his life, and really was able to focus on his great achievement of being world champion, and Carissa was very supportive about that.
She didn't know what I did or who I was or anything. It was really cool. And
he asked me if I wanted a drink at a bar that we were at, and he was sort of really stumbling through his pockets, and I just thought, oh, he's probably, I don't know, if he's got a job or...
My job, I guess, is to provide opportunities for them to win, and it covers everything, yeah, from training to cooking to being a brother, mother, father, sister, best mate, coach, trainer. Yeah, I've been through all of it.
I think you have to be a true champion inside to be a champion outside, so we're just really, really proud of everything that he's done. He did it all. We were just there to give him the cues and the coaching behind it, but he had the choice to do it or not, and he always chose to do it.
I've grown up with Mick, and I've watched what he's done to get where he is. It's it's made me think what I want to get out of myself.
Next year you're going to be #1 in the world, and you know what that means. Everyone's going to headhunt you and try and work you, but I never will. Tell me, mate.
I just listen to Tool before I paddle out for a heat. 10,000 Days album is pretty much how I clear myself on. Spain was good. There was a couple of heats where I actually did get nervous. It was a big learning curve. I think getting another third there was really good towards the scheme of things, and with Bobby beating Taj in the final, it all worked out pretty damn good.
What about drugs?
Drugs suck. I don't like them, I don't take them.
What about performance-enhancing drugs?
People to be the best, they got to do it by themselves. Put in the hard work. Anyone that does that shit's just stupid.
There's titles at stake today, and there's a lot of variables going on, so I think it's unreal that we have got a bit of swell to sort it all out, and the guys are going to have that opportunity to show what they can do, based on having waves for a change, so it's unreal. We'll see what goes on.
The three of us, that's probably the hardest three guys I guess you could surf against in Brazil, I think. Obviously this is really as crucial as it gets. I have to pretty much win this event, I think. Well, that's what I'm aiming for, to keep my title hopes alive.
I need to get a couple rounds past him here, at least 2 rounds past him here, to really give myself a shot. I have to make the semis or better, or I'm out.
This is where those guys have to perform. I'm just going to go out there and just surf and, just really just concentrate on myself.
Have a wild time, wild time, wild time. Said I need over honey, before I change my mindset. My face on every screen, hot time gasoline. Buckle up, if you know what I mean. Have a wild time, wild time.
To help Australia get a world title's an unbelievable feeling too, I think I might have done that, so I was getting a lot of support from home to do it, and I think I did it, so I'm absolutely over the moon.
Walking by in my Mox's on there.
It's getting pretty exciting. Kelly lost before, and Yeah, it's only up to me and Mick now, so it's going to be Australian World Champion, that's for sure.
The one you won in France. It's one of Darren's, yeah?
Yeah, this is one of Darren's I rode in France. You know, I had two. I've had them since the Gold Coast, both of them, and I broke one in France, but this one's still living on. It's got a bit of bung nose and a couple of dings in the bottom, but it's still working.
I was just so stoked just to be out there and just share my first ever world title with Joel. It was amazing, you know. Joel and Dean are the reason why I train so hard, you know. When I was a kid, these guys used to smoke me all the time, and you know, I always try and be better than those guys. And there was a dolphin out there too. I don't know if it was my brother or what, but you know, I'm just so stoked. I woke up this morning, I just had a good feeling that it was going to happen today. To take the reins over from Mock, he is pretty much the legend of the sport.
You're not the first one to come into your own. You're original, and there you're not.
Guess what?
So up to here, up till now.
Who'd have blew it? It was just like, is that it? Yep, that's it. And then we heard congratulations, Mick Fanning, and then we just rolled on top of each other. It was just like, pretty emotional.
I'm getting goosebumps. It's been 9 years. And we got the World Cup back in Australia. So good.
If I had to pick a guy to give it to, that's the guy.
He's got to flare up every freaking event to nail it, and that's exactly what he did.
I wanted it for myself, but you know, I'm stoked for him. It's good. It's awesome.
Good on him. He fucking nailed it. He deserves it.
You can love on this journey home.
Fucking the boys on fire. Deserves it. We're gonna have a great Hawaiian vacation.
Thanks, Greg.
Like the first love, like nothing you've ever known. So up to here, up till now, did you mostly feel alone? The future's coming quicker than you know. Can you feel it coming? Oh, on this journey home. Can you hold it?
We're trying to make it.
Can
Bring
you
the
touch
bring the
it?
homecoming boy home.
That's the smell
But
of
we're
passion
missing flights.
Can you feel it? You can love on this journey home.
Champiano.
So just
Excitement's building.
Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause. Mick Fanning at the front of the aircraft for the surfing World Championship.
So up to here.
We're taking Mick home.
I can see D-Bar.
Won the surfing World Championship.
The future's
Hold it up,
coming.
boys. Hold it up.
Can you feel it coming? Oh, on this journey home. On this journey home. On this journey home. On this journey
I guess, you know, I always talk to him every heat. Doesn't matter if it's, you know, board riders or in the boys' contest or whatever. I'm always, every time I go surfing, I always think of him. And then that last day, I was like, you know, you just got to stay focused and not get emotional or anything like that. And then there was this dolphin was just, it was really weird. Like, I paddled out in the morning and this dolphin just was out in the water. I saw it before I paddled out, but I didn't think it was going to hang around. And all the time, it just came and, you know, it wouldn't be from like here to the wall away. All the time, it would just be right there, just blowing or just going up and down. And I don't know, it just kept hanging around. And it stayed all the way up until the semi, and JD, who was out in the ski filming, he said as soon as Joel and I went in, the dolphin disappeared. And he said he got like goosebumps, and it was pretty wild, man.